Types of accommodation in Ireland. The best resources to find accommodation in Ireland. Tips and tricks when finding accommodation in Ireland.
Yo, what's up people? It's good Ruhie. How are you? There's a very famous saying in India that goes, a man only needs 3 things to survive, which is roti, kapra, makan. In Ireland, there's a very famous saying that goes, a man only needs 4 things to survive, roti, kapra, makan. Guinness. Swear, mom and dad, I'm not drinking. Guinness. Okay, fine, I just made up that Irish saying. But anyways, if you're a student or if you're coming to Ireland for the first time, I'm sure the first thing that will be on your mind is like, I need a stable and safe place to stay, right? Definitely. Ding! Now, in your country, it might be a different way to search for accommodation, but here in Ireland, there are very different ways to search for accommodation, and today, in this video, I'm gonna tell you all those ways to find the perfect place to stay. So are you ready? Let's do this right. Before I go on and tell you about the resources where you can find your safe and stable accommodation, I would like to tell you about the types of accommodation that you will find in Ireland.
Types of accommodation in Ireland.
Number 1, hostels. I don't know about other countries, but in India, the student hostel culture is pretty strong and the hostels are really shit. So there are hostels in Ireland as well, and as expected, the quality of the hostel is directly proportional to the rent that you would give to stay in it. Yeah. Number 2, so the second option is taking an apartment. I mean, of course, on a student budget, buying an apartment is not an option, but you can always rent an apartment or you can share an apartment. Number 3, host families. Okay, so this concept is very similar to the concept that we have in maybe India called paying guest, where you live with a family and they take care of your food and your, the place you stay. I personally lived my first month in Ireland with an Irish family, and to be honest, they're like the sweetest people in the whole world. They took care of me and definitely recommend it. So now that you know the different options of accommodation that you can find in Ireland, it's time to move on to the resources where you can find these places.
The best resources to find accommodation in Ireland.
Numero 1, daft.ie. It is my favorite website to look for accommodation. It is so clean and it is so easy to find what you're looking for because they have filters on their website and you can just click on the areas where you need the accommodation, and then you can click on the number of bedrooms you need, or their filters like really good, and the website is really clean. They have an app which is also very useful. Number 2, rent.ie. It's again a very good resource to find like tons of options that might be in daft.ie or not there. There are like loads and loads of options. The only con that I feel with rent.ie is that I don't find their website like too user friendly, because it's like too much information on the first page itself and you're like, okay, I don't know. But yeah, I like daft.ie better, but rent.ie is again it has tons of listings and you can easily find something useful there. We also have tons of many other smaller websites as well that help to find apartments or shared places and accommodations. I will list them in the information box below. I haven't personally used them, so I'm not in the position to talk about them, but I'm gonna put the links and maybe you could find something useful there. You never know. Now, one of the most important resources that I feel in finding accommodation would be Facebook. Yeah, you heard me right. It's not any special website dedicated to finding accommodations. It's our lovely, friendly Facebook. Well, the thing is that Facebook has many closed and open forums where people put in their ads or their requirements when it comes to, accommodation. And it's actually a very, very good way to get an accommodation. I'm gonna put the links and maybe you could find something useful there. You never know.
Tips and tricks when finding accommodation in Ireland. Okay, so I have a few pointers for all the people who are looking out for accommodation in Ireland, numero uno, that you should be careful of, be it any website or any forum, that there are some fake ads and some fake people, so don't give out your money unless and until you're sure of the owner and place. Number 2, do not go house hunting on your own. Make sure to take your friend or your colleague when going for apartment viewings. It's much more safer that way. Number 3, make sure that the place is close to your college or workplace, or at least easily accessible through public transport, because otherwise travel is gonna kill you every day. In Ireland, you need to give the rent and the deposit, so make sure you're ready to shell out money in both directions. Also be sure to get the receipts for both of them, and also the identity verification for the owner, just as they will get for you, so that in the end, if anything goes wrong, you know who they are and how you can get to them. So that's all for today's video. I hope you find it informational. If you do, make sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel, because there's new videos every weekend, and well, quite informational as well if you're planning to stay in Ireland or if you're already staying in Ireland. Okay, so that's it for today. See you later, alligator. Tee-hee.